So if you're having trouble hitting, especially hitting irons, if you're hitting the ball fat, meaning if you hit the turf first, if you are hitting the ball thin so you don't hit any turf and the ball you feel like kind of sculls off the bottom of the club, those two types of shots are related, and I want to help you get a handle on one of the things that's going on. We're very fortunate here. We have a device that's called a pressure mat that shows us what a player's pressure is doing between their feet and their ground in their golf swing. So let me first just share with you what's going on when a tour player is hitting a ball. Okay, what's happening is they are shifting pressure back and through in the golf swing. So pressure in the ground works into their back foot, works into their front foot. Okay, so as I'm editing this video, I am noticing something. If you look at this pressure mat, the mat didn't get a chance to really reset 100% before I started the video, and I stood on that mat the whole time. So if you look at these numbers on the left and on the right of that pressure mat image, you can see on the left there's a number there, 0, then 100, and then on the right there's a number 3 and 97. So what's happening is that the mat really wasn't confident as to where I was standing, and it thinks that my pressure is almost all towards the front of my feet, and that's just because I didn't get off of the mat and reset it. So it's showing from a heel-toe basis that I'm on my toes the whole time. I don't want you to be concerned about that. What I want you to really take a look at is the top part of that mat. See where it says right now I'm at 98% on my lead foot and 2% on my trail foot. That's what we're really concerned about in this video. We're really just trying to get across the point that your pressure needs to lead the club on the way back, lead the club on the way through, and so we should have early pressure shift getting into our front foot on the downswing. That's the main thing here, and that's what we can see. The little foot image, that heat type map thing, it does show, and the trace does show the swing moving up into my heel, so that's a reassuring there. But again, I just don't want you to get confused or wonder what's going on. It's showing all these numbers down to the toe is so high. Now, when I was first learning about this, I had heard a lot about the trainers were saying that your mass does not equal your pressure, which is true. And what that really means is if I can move my body over here, right? And I can move my body over there. And as I do it, yes, pressure is shifting. It's shifting really slowly, though, as I just move my body mass around. Okay, and I've got that little pressure mat here visible, right? What we're looking for is to really move the pressure in our golf swing really early. So when you see a tour player hitting a shot, right? Or, let's see what I can do here. You're going to see pressure move into the back foot and then to the front foot very early. So pressure is going to move into the back foot and then into the front foot super early in our downswing. The pressure is going to continue to increase into our front foot. So here's what we're going to look for. And I am hoping that was good. All right. What should have happened was I should have gotten pretty much all of my pressure, almost 100% of my pressure into my back foot early in my backswing. And then what's going to happen is before my club is even done, completing the backswing, I'm going to start to shift pressure into my front foot. Now, when I'm not swinging and I'm just showing you this, you're going to see pressure move into my front foot just for a second and then immediately bounces back because my body mass is hanging out over here. When we're swinging a golf club, it's like that. Okay? So here's the deal. When we understand that, okay, to hit a good solid golf shot, I need hands forward ahead of the club head. The shaft needs to be leaning. Well, if someone is swinging the club and their pressure is working into their back foot, it's just not going to happen when you hit a golf ball. It's going to look like that. Even if you're slow getting pressure through, you're going to have trouble getting that shaft lean. So, number one, I'm going to show you a little drill that I like to do with people on the pressure mat, and I'm hoping it's something that you can recreate on your own, even if you don't own one of these things. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the club. Okay, I want you to take your setup, your normal golf setup, but no club. We're going to turn back. Okay, and then I'm going to just try to bump that pressure into my front foot without really starting a downswing as far as my body mass goes. So it's going to look like this. And I'm just watching the screen over here. So it's going to go back like that. All right. So you'll see that for just an instant, all that pressure gets into my front foot, and I'm barely even starting a downswing. Okay. It doesn't have to be a big violent thing. I can move my pressure around without even hardly doing anything, right? It doesn't even look like I'm hardly moving, and that pressure is just bouncing back and forth from front to back. Okay, so that's a drill we do here. Back, turn that way. Something that you can do is you can practice getting all your pressure into your lead foot as early as you possibly can. Into your trail foot as early as you possibly can, and picking up your feet. So you can feel 100% that pressure is getting over there, right? Another thing you can do, this is a great one, get a feel for taking a golf ball and tossing it about 4 feet right in front of you. So this is a great one. Watch how my pressure works when I do this. So I'm just going to focus on making a little toss. I'll do it in golf posture. Okay. Now, if you haven't played sports throwing a ball, you're going to have to practice it a little bit. But that's the feeling that we really want when it comes to hitting golf shots, because what's going to happen is it's going to encourage the handle of the club to lean forward. It's going to move the low end of our swing forward, and it's going to help you be able to hit the ball and then the turf and hit good, solid golf shots. Okay, one more thing on this, and this is something I have a habit of, especially being ice cold. You know, when you think about it, when you swing the club, your lead hip moves behind your lead heel. So that pressure should be working up in the heel. One of my things I have to work on is I love to get the pressure into the lead toe, which kind of locks me up a little bit in my hips. So we want to make sure that we can get into the habit of that pressure, preferably moving early. Every good player moves their pressure early, and we'd love to have it work into the heel through and then after impact. Okay? So basically, your pressure is going to lead the club. If your pressure is working definitively back and forward, you're going to be able to hit the ball much more solidly. I hope that helps. I'll see you next time.